page.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sharona, a representative from the ADP.
Hi, Sharona. How you doing?
Doing
Please have a
all
seat.
right. Sure. Thank you very much. It's very nice outside today.
I know. It's finally getting cool out. I love the fall, so I'm excited about it.
All right. Here to meet with you about our program with ADP. Did you mind if I give you my business card?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sure.
Yep. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Have your contact information.
Yep, everything's in there.
Okay. And do you mind if I take a few notes about today's meeting?
Absolutely.
Sure. Okay. So, I'm here because I see that you all are interested in ADP. So,
Yes.
what I'm going to do today is give you a little background and introduce ourselves, background about our company. So, I'm going to ask you some questions. You tell me all your questions, concerns, comments about what you would like to get out of ADP. And then after I, answer your questions, I might say a few comments or something like that, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
For us. All right. So, if you can, just give me a little background information about why you would want to consider ADP and about your payroll systems.
My husband and I have two offices now. We just opened the second one.
Congrats.
Thank you. So Eric, my husband, does most of the human resources. He does the payroll and our taxes. So this part-time job is really a full-on full-time job. It's a lot of work, and we have two kids. So it's extremely time-consuming. It's not as effective as it once was when we only had the one small business. Now we're growing. So we really need something to keep up with us.
Okay, so if you don't mind, what system are you currently using? Is it in-house or?
Yep, we use an in-house Microsoft system. We do payroll, which is bi-weekly, and it's a pretty standard stock, piece of work on the computer. It doesn't really offer as much as we'd like it to. So there's a lot of errors sometimes, and we have to continually keep going back and forth and fixing things of that sort.
Okay. With your current system, Microsoft GP, I'm assuming it is. What things about it do you like?
Well, it's affordable.
Okay.
Which is also a very important thing when you're getting businesses up and running. And like I said, it once was okay. It met our needs. It no longer meets our needs now. Yeah. So there's just a lot of technicalities with it that we are not pleased with, and we really need someone else to step in and do something for us because it's too much.
Sure. So you said that it's not meeting your needs now. How many employees did you have prior to your expansion?
We had a total of 20 employees in our first location, and now we have another 15. So we have 35, and we're looking to open up a third business. So we need some help. We need a little more efficiency between the two locations, and it's hard with the payroll now that we have so many employees. It's time consuming.
Yes.
So,
if you don't mind me asking, how many hours average do you use, a week? A breakdown of your hours used on payroll and data
payroll
entry.
takes since it's on a bi-weekly, we take about 3 minutes for each card, and then we sometimes have to do some reconciling with the bank statements of such.
Okay.
And we do the PTO manually, and we have to update the employees information in the database. So that takes about 15 hours weekly, with Eric having to do that as well. And then we have the W-2s. We have to take care of that quarterly, and then of course at the end of the year we need to make sure everything is set for our employees.
Okay. Definitely understand. So from what you're telling me so far, I would assume that your least favorite thing about Microsoft GP is the data entry. I figure with that many can get very error oriented.
We have a good amount of errors. I can't blame Eric too much. It's just it happens. Right. Husbands, kids. I can't look after all of them. But yeah, it's human error, but it's such trivial things. Between numbers and just the way that Microsoft is set up, it's not as user friendly as we'd like it to be. So that's where some of these errors are coming at. And pay time off is a whole nother burden in itself with vacations on top of that. So we've run into a lot of some problems, and we've had to reconcile. And our employees are not always pleased with us when they're coming back to us and having problems, and we need to fix it, of course.
Okay, I know that can be very create mistrust with your employees.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would love to offer services to you where employees know that they're getting accurate information, accurate checks. Does that include, do your benefits package include like paid vacations and
No,
time off?
we do all of that on spreadsheets.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with Microsoft. We have to do that all ourselves.
Okay.
So we have just a lot of things going on at once, and we really just need something, a bundled package basically, where payroll and vacations, paid time off, and taxes are taken care of. And we also have the human resources part where we're doing the hiring, we're looking at applications, and we need employee information kept up to date. So there's a lot, needed.
Okay. Let me go back to the payrolls real quick and start with HR. Do you also fill out your checks manually?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay. So now that you branched out to human resources, I was going to ask you about that.
Mm-hmm.
With the economy, and there's a huge demand in the medical field.
Right.
People are sick, and people need to see doctor offices.
Mm-hmm.
How are your applications? Are you getting a lot to the point where it feels like it's hard to manage? Or?
Oh, absolutely. Especially with the new business that had come in, since it's just very new. We have a lot of applications coming in, and we need a lot of the employees coming in since it's growing. So we, Eric mostly looks over all of that, and he has to decipher what we want and who we want in our business. And so sometimes we, run into some problems, choosing the right person. And, it takes so much time between all of the other things that we have, especially, even just running the business as myself, as the doctor. I don't have all that time to go and look at these, applications. And neither does Eric, because he's got to take care of those kids.
Yeah, I know with a lot of applications, you want to find the best employees for your businesses, especially since you all want to open a third one, in the next year or two, I believe you said.
Yes.
We definitely want to we want to help you make sure you have, well-rounded staff that's dependable. We have services through ADP where, we can check references for you. We can look at background checks. I know doing individual background checks can be very time-consuming. Paying each individually background check, we can offer services for that. Your hiring process. Okay, so I'm kind of ask one more question about taxes. How is your tax system set up? Like, if you don't mind me asking, are you having issues with,
We've had one penalty. The W-2s, it takes about 15 minutes every pay period. And then our quarterly filings, it takes about 2 hours every quarter. So it's very demanding. The laws change, time and time again, and so we have to keep up with that. So taxes are a huge burden for us because it's so involved with what we need and checking back and making sure our books are right, so these taxes will be right for the employees.
Okay. Yeah, I know taxes, I would say, is the least of favorable topic.
It is.
For especially people that's not in the financial necessarily field. We have services for that as well. We don't want penalties. That ADP will make sure that doesn't happen again.
That'd be good.
Give you some comfort on your feet. We don't want problems with the IRS.
No, definitely not. We don't want that.
So, we definitely have services for that. And then I have a last little question for you about your current meeting today with us. About your banking. Who do you bank through? Do you have a primary?
Yep, we have a primary. It's Capital One.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, how much are your fees per month?
Our fees are $250.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little.
Try to see if we can go over that.
Yeah, it's a little steep with all the other things that are going on.
Okay. And when you go and do statements on expenses and stuff like that, I know in the medical field, pretty sure you have a lot coming in and a lot going out.
Absolutely.
How is it with reconciliation? Is that?
It takes about an hour to do reconciling on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So it's just the minutes are rolling up together with all this time that we've had to take over. Something's kind of trivial and like part time is now becoming full time, and we're just concerned that, we may have to hire an accountant of some sort if we can't get this together.
I would say definitely right now with you in full-time status, if you were to open your third one up, which I hope you all will the next year or two, you would be overturned.
Yeah, definitely.
We wouldn't want that with the kids.
It jumped from part-time to overtime quickly.
All right. Well, just breeze through what we explained today. So you broke down your issues with your payroll and how time-consuming that can be with manual entry. We would love to help with that, as well as our tax programs, our HR programs, your hiring, making sure taxes are filed in time, and with banking and reconciliation. I'll have a few options for you. If you'd like to take this little packet that I offer today, some information in different areas that we offer. So
Perfect.
are you free? Were you okay with meeting up again maybe to discuss?
Yes,
possible...
let me speak with my husband Eric. He'll give you more information. I'm kind of just running through some quick things for you. But yeah, if Eric and I could definitely, love to meet up with you again sometime soon.
I would love to set up another appointment with you in case you want to explain anything or if you missed anything.
Perfect.
Did you have any additional questions? Did you feel like I missed out on anything? Or?
No, I want to make sure that all of our issues are addressed and we can somewhere meet in the middle with cost.
Yes.
I think that's where Eric and I are most concerned with, hiring a company like ADP. We want the cost to be down.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the only thing that, I really want to make sure we're on point with.
All right. Well, I'll follow up with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
In the next few days to see, when you're free, or you can feel free to contact me at, my business card. If any questions or concerns before our next meeting pop up, just let me know, and I would love to hear from you soon about our next possible appointment.
Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.